This perp back with another video, and I just got done checking out this brand new Kanye documentary that's going to hit Netflix next weekend. But I was able to check this one night event at a theater near me. So before I get into this video, I don't want to spoil nothing. I just want to kind of give you my initial thoughts because this is a 3-part, I think 3-week event thing. So I won't be able to see part 2 until like later in like 2 weeks. But part 1 should be out on Netflix for everybody else to check out. So this is a documentary based off of the early days of Kanye. You have his camera dude and just a longtime friend of his. Also, he's been in stand-up, which I didn't really know. Cootie, he's the one that kind of came out with this documentary. He's pretty much documented so much of Kanye's life. I think Kanye said something like it's like a seven and a half hours worth of like footage or something like that. So this is going to be an interesting documentary. I think this is going to end up being one of my favorite documentary series easily. This first part, this is called Act 1 Vision, and that's very fitting because regardless of how you feel about Kanye now, like he's always had that drive and that vision. We see that in this, even starting back in like 98, we see, you know, um a very early footage of like Kanye, some never before seen footage, and it's like watching a movie. It's really kind of surreal, and just, you know, seeing where Kanye started from and where he's at now. It's just like, who would have thought, you know? Even the one scene where he's getting signed and stuff, and he's just looking at the contract. I can only imagine all the things that are going through his head. To be honest, I don't think Kanye. I think it'd be interesting to see an alternate universe where Kanye doesn't sign to Rockefeller and he just, stays to himself and whatnot. And seeing that grind from like '98 up until like when he drops his first album, The College Dropout. That's all the footage that we kind of see leading up to that, leading up to his car crash and stuff. And man, it's just really dope to see this version of Kanye, even though I feel like Kanye has really not really changed. Obviously, he has changed, due to different things in his life and stuff. But like I said, the what you see in this documentary is like almost like nothing has really changed. Like it's weird. It's really weird, and just I like seeing all the different like artists that we kind of see, and seeing like a little bit more of the Chicago scene at the time, where Kanye would like constantly say like there's not really any big Chicago artists that blew up from the city. And then, fast forward almost 10 years later, you get Chief Keef and stuff. Like it's crazy how things just kind of fall in line. But easily, I think Kanye will go down as one of the greatest artist of all time. That just goes down like hands down, and just the foresight. And I like the stories, and that's what's really dope about like just documenting things, because things get lost in time. We're so fortunate nowadays that we can just sit there, turn on our phone or our cameras, and just document whatever and make content. And it's crazy that this shit wasn't that too long ago. This was almost like 20 years ago, and it's just like where we're at now in society. It's pretty crazy to think about. But going back to this documentary, I just really like seeing all this kind of new footage, and it's just how it's come together, how Kanye would deal with certain situations with like other artists and other people that he grew up with, listening to. We see a very young, like, No ID of it. This is just like so dope to see, even though like a while ago, well, not a while ago, you could still see bits and clips of where they pulled this from, but it's like kind of getting those extended versions of that. Like seeing Kanye in the same room as like Scarface is pretty crazy. Like he's been around so many legends and stuff like that. So seeing like the grind and just seeing him, coming up, it's just crazy, bro. And I also what really hit home for me is seeing a lot of the relationship between him and his mom, which I was not. Well, I wasn't. I wanted to say like I wouldn't see it coming, but it just really brings things full circle with Kanye today and stuff. Like his mother knew him the best. Like just could just read him like a book, and his mother really reminds me of my mom and stuff. Like they're really close. Like I'm really close with my mom and stuff. So that was really a dope moment. And seeing this in a big theater and stuff is just was really dope. It was a really dope experience to kind of get, and it's just like seeing certain songs and him coming up with certain ideas and even coming up with the origins of the name Ye and stuff like that. It was really dope. Like I'm not gonna spoil that, but that this documentary was really special. I would say, even if you're not a fan of Kanye now, I feel like you should really check this out next week on Netflix and give it a watch and really experience this like 3-week event. I think this is really dope. I like when Netflix kind of does these weekly events. It makes it feel special and unique. Man, I can't wait to check out part 2, but this is just my kind of, you know, overall thoughts of this first part, just seeing Kanye and the come up and just seeing all this new footage that just, it feels just, it's kind of weird, man. It's just weird to see where hip hop has come now and just all the different artists that we've gotten that were inspired by Kanye and all the people that Kanye was inspired by and just all his early works and stuff. It was really dope seeing this, man. But whenever you guys get to checking this out, let me know your thoughts and feelings about it in the comments below. Are you excited for Donda 2? Do you think it's actually going to drop this month? Or is Kanye going to pump fake and probably delay it until like later on this year or something like that? Who knows? But till next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.